Hi guys, welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. On this channel, we cover the crypto news and we interview many of the folks who are building and investing in the asset class. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button. I've got two major news items that are very bullish. The first is Boomer and Gen X interest in Bitcoin surges during pandemic. Boomers and Gen X investors have increased their Bitcoin investments by a factor of 9 since the start of the global lockdown. So people of this generation and these respective age demographics are recognizing the value of Bitcoin and crypto. They now are seeing what is happening in the world with inflation and money printing and toxic capitalism, and recognizing Bitcoin and crypto being another store of value, another avenue that they can put their money to preserve wealth. And we see that gold has been the same way along with silver for years, but Bitcoin and crypto being that digital gold, right? Gold 2.0 is offering another avenue for preserving wealth. So let me give you the details. The older generations have increased their monthly Bitcoin investments by a factor of 9 on UK crypto trading app mode since the beginning of the pandemic and lockdowns. Mode Banking reported that baby boomers born between 1946 to 1964 and Generation X born between 1965 and 1980 investors are investing significantly larger portions of their wealth into Bitcoin since the start of the pandemic. So I don't want to make it seem like there were no boomers or Generation X in the market, but there are obviously more millennials who believe more in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. We've all seen the studies, but now more of this age generation, right? This group of folks are recognizing the value of this new asset class, guys, showing that knowledge is spreading. And this is not really a surprise because we've seen big time investors from Wall Street getting into the market, and some of these things have been made public. So it's going to influence that older generation. For example, Paul Tudor Jones, he's part of that generation, guys, and he's putting 2% of his portfolio in Bitcoin. So you're going to see more people flocking to crypto of all age groups. Using February as the baseline, the findings show that investments from these generation increased 2.24x in March, 4.49x in April, and 8.88x in May. However, the report does not cite any dollar values on the relative amounts invested, so it's difficult to determine how significant the data is. Mo, Chief Product Officer, had the following to say: "We believe these to be very interesting findings, and although the reasons for this could be manifold, they could potentially reveal an unprecedented change in the way investors think today as a result of the global pandemic." I absolutely agree with that statement. People recognizing the value of digital cryptocurrencies, right? Because even the governments are trying to push adoption of digital currencies, which is digital fiat, CBDC, central bank digital currencies. We see the US has been putting a lot of different mentions and laws and trying to get the digital dollar going so they can hand out stimulus money in that way. So it's coming, and guess what? The masses are going to get educated, and they're going to understand that, hey, money can exist in a digital format, and it doesn't have to be tied to a physical paper dollar, right? Or whatever paper fiat. So these are the things that are taking place, and it shows the growth and maturation of the asset class, guys. Big things ahead. And here's another article that speaks to the growth and demand. So Bitcoin demand will outpace supply within 8 years. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, guys, ever. And guess what? A lot of it has already been lost. People have thrown away their computers and all of that, right? So there's actually not going to be exactly 21 million, but the cap of 21 million is going to be there. So research from cryptocurrency derivatives exchange ZUBR suggests that the daily mining supply of Bitcoin won't be able to keep up with retail demand by 2028. I absolutely agree with that, especially when you see who's been buying up all the Bitcoin. Big money. You look at Grayscale, they bought over 19,000 Bitcoin, more than what was mined since the halving. So you're going to see, guys, a big time supply and demand economics here that's going to drive the price higher. And when you look at the data and the charts, right? Don't just take my word for it. Go and do your research. But look at this chart here, guys, showing after the halvings, right? The price has increased, and you have your bull run up, your bear markets, your accumulation phases, and we are in an accumulation phase right now, and we're very close to that next bull market, guys. Obviously the pandemic slowed us up, but after each halving, Bitcoin halving, you've seen the bull run up. So I'm super excited for the future of the market. I hold Bitcoin in my portfolio. I believe Bitcoin's going to do very well. And speaking of big money, guys, this is the second big news, and that's so bullish, and it's a lot to uncover here, so I'm going to give you the details. Crypto asset manager NYDIG raises $190 million for Bitcoin fund. Now, you may recognize that name, NYDIG. Why? Because just in May, we covered the news that they had another fund which was at $140 million, and guess who was tied to it? Benjamin Lawsky, who is known as the Sheriff of Wall Street, the guy who created the bit license. And he's involved. He's tied to this. So let me read that for you, going back since in May. While little is known about the new Yield Enhancement Fund, an earlier NYDIG investment called the Bitcoin Strategy Fund was advised by Stone Ridge Asset Management LLC, a $15 billion advisor with ties to Ben Lawsky, who created the same bit license granted to NYDIG and formerly served as co-chair of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's Cybersecurity Advisory Board. So I hope you see what is taking place right before our eyes, guys. These big hedge funds are being created, and it's all your government and big money, institutional money, Wall Street players getting in. So Ben Lawsky, the guy who's put in place a sheriff, this whole thing to make sure this whole bit license and everybody operating is out using the bit license and up to par and following the rules, he's putting his money into crypto. And guess what? After, I shouldn't say after, but in 2017, we found out he went and joined Ripple's board. So Ripple, obviously, a payments company using a digital asset XRP, which is the number 3 in the market right now. So this guy gets it. He's not making things public, like he's not going out there and talking a ton about it, but he's obviously putting his money where his mouth is, and he is investing, and he has connections, right? If this was all a scam and a Ponzi scheme, you think guys like this, regulators like this, will be involved? That's why you see even Chris Giancarlo is now tied to Ripple, and it's all coming together, guys. All the puzzle pieces, government, big money. I mean, it's amazing to watch this unfold. So like I said, that other fund owned by NYDIG, 140 million. This second one, 190 million. So let me give you the details here. The New York Digital Investment Group, NYDIG, has raised $190 million for one of its Bitcoin funds. So one of the many that they have, according to a Form D document submitted to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on Wednesday. The fund, called NYDIG Institutional Bitcoin Fund LP, has grabbed the amount from 24 unnamed investors. I wonder who they are, guys. Who are these people putting the millions? Right? There's a lot of the wealthy folks. The fund initially registered with the SEC in 2018. They did it in the bear market. Remember what 2018 was? At the time, it raised $31 million from 3 investors. Later in 2019, it raised $54 million from 6 investors. Wednesday's amount is a fresh investment from 24 investors. The money's coming in, guys. The money is coming in. And they're, of course, not the only hedge fund. When you total all this up, when you total Andreessen Horowitz, Morgan Creek Digital, and all these other investment funds around the globe, you're getting into the billions. So patience is the key. They recognize the opportunity to make money. And the fact that we are here so early, when the institutional money is buying up and when the masses are not paying attention, we are on the side of smart money. And that, you should tap yourself on the shoulder there in the back, say good job, because we are here early, guys. Big opportunity, big opportunity. So I mean, look at what is taking place. It just blows my mind. Since being in the market since 2016, you didn't hear about news like this. I almost envy you guys getting into the market like in 2018, 2019, and so forth, because you have so much tangible news items to show what's happening. And if you want a further verification, here's the SEC filing on sec.gov showing NYDIG Institutional Bitcoin Fund. And you scroll down, you read through it, and you'll see it highlights $190,061,426. Wow, guys, it's happening. It's happening. Now, moving ahead, Austrian crypto users will soon be able to spend crypto at 2,500 locations. This is huge because I always like to emphasize crypto is global. You can be in a country in Africa, Australia, somewhere in Europe, Iceland. Man, you can be in Antarctica. As long as you have a smartphone and some signal to connect to the internet, you can get into crypto, guys. A lot of on-ramps, no more gatekeepers. You can easily get into the asset class. And like I said, we're here early. The masses are going to come. We are going to see record-breaking prices. So over 2,500 Austrian merchants can now accept cryptocurrencies as a payment method. And by the way, guys, I will be interviewing the CEO of Liberty X, which is putting Bitcoin ATMs in 20,000 retail locations, including 7-Eleven, CVS, Rite Aid. That interview is next week. Hit that subscribe button. Crypto holders in Austria will soon be able to spend their coins at more than 2,500 points of acceptance using A1 Payment, one of the largest mobile network operators in the country, according to an announcement made by Austrian fintech firm Salmentex. Its crypto payment service software is now integrated into the A1 payment platform. Merchants will start accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dash instead of cash or credit cards in the summer 2020. Guys, what a time to be alive. I mean, such a great opportunity. And finally here, like I said, crypto's global. Switzerland is opening up their laws to be more crypto and blockchain friendly. Switzerland amends laws to boost development of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Some of the items here is the reduction in taxes. Like, for example, you can see here, taxes reduced. That's awesome. I wish they would get going here in the United States to make it more friendly. There's a lot of crypto companies that have left that don't want to come here because of lack of regulatory clarity, and we want to facilitate growth, but the rest of the world is moving ahead, and I believe the US will catch up eventually. But guys, this train has left the station, and big things are ahead. So what do you all think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video with someone who may be a cryptocurrency skeptic. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all later.